Check.
Good to go.
That's why I'm so motherfucking
fucking boom was on my head instead of mouth.
Here they go.
That's why I'm so boom was on my head instead of all right. Bone, let us know if what you got, man. My bad, man. I wasn't paying attention to the chat too much, Bone. I can surely say more though.
Heard our voices over the thing. I was watching it. They were coming in. They were like delayed from how we're talking right now, but it was coming over the thing.
Yeah, they're gonna be delayed too, and I don't never remember which feed we have to watch to try and make them sync up, but I think it's the main feed maybe that we need to watch, but I don't remember.
Shoot.
Because if we watch this feed, if we watch this feed while we're doing it, then it's gonna be even more delayed, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember either if we how he did that. Well, I think we're starting.
Yeah. So, for everybody who is tuning in, I don't know if the one of y'all want to post a link in the stream link. Yeah, we can do that. So nobody has tuned in yet. See if I can.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Canes ready to
All right, cool.
That's rocked.
Bobby, this is an exciting matchup, man. How do you feel about this one getting into it? We have number 7, number 8, Florida matchup coming in, FSU, Miami, Sticks and Austin. These guys know each other well. They've played each other quite a bit. I mean, there's no stranger to who Sticks is, and anybody who's ever played Austin knows the type of offense that he wants to run. What are your thoughts here going into this one?
Oh yeah, man, it should be a really good matchup. I think we might be looking at an upset possibly on our hands tonight. You never know. I'm feeling
You
like this
like
might get a
Austin,
little
huh?
it might get a little interesting.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Austin and I, man, we talk quite often, almost every day, really. So anytime that I have an opportunity to watch one of his games, he's always one of those that I pull for. So it should definitely be interesting. He has a lot of speed over there in Miami. I played him a little bit earlier this year. They're an extremely tough team and very underrated defense.
Yeah, look at that play. Yeah, he's got a lot of speed, a lot of athletes on his team. Should be a good matchup. Sticks is he's just such a good user. He's always, just managing the game so well and stuff. So if Austin can weather the storm early and just keep it a game into the second half, I think he's got a good shot.
Absolutely, and Sticks moving over in the verts here against this cover 3. He had the seam wide open, but he takes the out route instead. Still picks up the first down.
Okay, so I think I need to. I'm trying to mess this up. I think I need to switch streams. I think you're ahead of me.
So for me, it is first and 10 from the 42. Sticks just got a little completion on an out route, flat route. I'm sorry, on the left side, made it second and 3. It's 4:45 to go.
Yeah, he just so I'm a play behind, so I need to go to. Are you in the stream from the Discord or are you on the YouTube stream?
The YouTube stream.
Me too. I don't know why I'm on delayed. Maybe let me upload it again real quick. See if it.
I am catching a little bit of lag here, though. The stream is kind of lagged out a little bit. All right, so we got third and 3 from the 50 with 4:29 left. Did that catch you up a little bit?
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Beautiful little hitch route there to the tight end over the middle, wide open. Easy pickup for a first down.
Yeah, some good balanced play calls early on. Typical sticks kind of game going.
Absolutely, just taking what the defense is giving you, death by 1,000 cuts. I'm sure that Miami Stadium is making life very difficult right now.
Yeah, and I think that's going to lead into some of the play calls. I think, oh, that's a big play. I was just going to say, against somebody like Sticks, I mean, sometimes you got to take some chances. You got to try to get a big negative play early on to try to get him off the field, put him in a long third down. You can't give him the third and threes, third and fours, or you're going to have a long day.
Absolutely, and Austin's trying. He called man blitz on that last play, and it blew it up for a loss of 4. Sticks here going with a nice little screen pass on the swing, but even though Austin read it, he got blocked
Ah,
out of it.
yep. Austin's reading it well early on, just it blocked well on that play. So we'll see big third down, see if we can keep the drive going. And
Absolutely, third and 4. He's been here, I think, twice so far already in this game. Eddie, welcome to the chat. I heard guys that can bench press a lot eat bananas the long way. Uh, uh, Leave it to Eddie to make some type of comment there, and a big stop there for Austin
oh
going to
yeah,
fourth and 4. Sticks has to be going for this, right?
oh yeah, yep. I'm coming out something cover two, something shallow, really make him push the ball down the field to convert this. I don't want to give nothing cheap or easy
Oh,
completion.
and we got some rain now too, Bobby. So that's going to
Oh
definitely
yeah.
impact. Oh, and he's wide open. The middle linebacker did not take the drag.
Ah, yep. He had two crossers and another guy coming back across. It's kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah, but that middle linebacker just seemed kind of stuck in mud, didn't he? Because
Yeah.
the one drag just, it had already passed long ago.
Yep.
Whenever this one came through, and that middle linebacker just never moved. He never took it.
Ah, yeah, that's tough. I think the
And
defense was the right call. It just that they
yeah,
played it. They
yeah,
didn't play it right.
cover 3, hard flat, everything underneath. That linebacker just didn't do his job there.
Vic seems to be coming out in this formation here quite a bit early on. He likes
Dude,
this.
it's the go offense, man. He has been running this since late last season, and it is extremely difficult to read. I played him the last week of the regular season in season 1, and this offense gave me the fits.
Mm. Yeah, I mean it's I can tell early on every time.
Whoa, that was busted.
Whoa! Oh, and he didn't get the fumble though. That would have been huge,
Man. Sticks
dude.
just ran the wrong way. He was trying to pitch, but he ran
Yeah.
left and the pitch was to
Is
the right.
that you think though? Do you think the game just glitched on him though? Like, do you think he's purposely trying to run up the middle and then pitch it to the outside? Or
I don't know. It looked like maybe he just misread, but that is very unsticks like.
yeah, that just something wasn't right about that.
Eddie said it's glue. So Kevin Sperry is playing with glue on his hands apparently. He's looking like the receiver off of the replacements after he caught that touchdown. They said he jacked off the elephant.
See what kind of defense that Austin tries right here. I mean, I'm in the same mode. Just take away all the short sticks.
Ooh,
Hasn't
yeah,
gone down the field yet. He doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's keeping everything short. I think Austin might make an adjustment on the next defensive series.
yeah,
I
you
would
kind of have
really
to.
force him. Yep.
Yep. You kind of have to, especially with it raining right here. Knowing how difficult it's going to be able to push that ball downfield. And in this game already, in general, it's kind of difficult sometimes to push downfield. Uh, so with the conditions and the home field advantage, stadium rocking, the speed disadvantage, the overall disadvantage, you just have to know that he's going to come out and he's going to try and take everything underneath. At some point, you have to pretty much dare him to beat you over the
Yeah.
top, right?
Yep. 100% agree. What a great drive by Sticks though. Just trickle down the field, scored a touchdown, first drive. Now the pressure's on Austin. Got to try to respond because you don't want to get behind too many scores against this guy.
Absolutely. That was a very methodical drive, very very well put together. And Austin, I feel like is going to come out here and he's going to try to show everybody what the fireworks that he has there in Miami with all the speed. He's going to stretch you a little bit east and west more than north and south. And look for Malachi Tony to be very involved in this first drive.
Ooh, nice pass.
He kind of hung that one up there a little bit, didn't he? It stayed in
Yeah,
the air quite a
it
bit.
did.
All right, so he's coming out too wide with a little bit of a heavy set here. He's going to elect to throw this. Oh, okay. Take off with Mensa. Nice little first down.
Yeah, he's got athletes, man. He's
all over the field. And another heavy set here. At some point, I feel like you're going to start to see Malachi Tony lining up in the backfield. I know that he loves to run with him. You want to put the ball in that man's hands as much as you possibly can. Great run there. A little counter for 7 yards on the right side.
Going hurry up. He must like this defense he sees.
And it pays off.
Yep.
I mean, if you're gonna sit in 3 high and give me the opportunity to run the ball, I'm doing it all day.
Yeah, I think this first drive is a little bit of feeling out process for both guys. I expect them both to come back with something a little different on their second bat at defense.
For sure. And Sticks, we have the privilege of seeing his play calls here. He seems very content with. Ooh, very close there to breaking that up. What a play there. That could have definitely gone the other way.
Yeah.
If that was a half a second sooner on Sticks' part getting there, but absolutely great play.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing about these games, these good matchups, is it comes down to just small little plays like that. Who knows? We might be looking back on that play at the end of the game and saying that was the one that swung the game either way.
Game of inches, right? Brandon in the chat saying hurricanes make landfall. It certainly looks like there's kind of a hurricane there in Miami with all the rain that those guys are getting.
I'm wondering if ball security might be a issue as the game goes on. Maybe we'll see a couple fumbles.
Man, and as that field starts to get wet, it's going to be hard for some of these players to cut a little bit. So some of that quickness that Austin has on his team might be a little bit ineffective if this continues.
Yeah, I think that plays into Florida State's hand there and kind of slow down some of that explosiveness.
For sure. And you hate to see it, if you're a fan of parody, right?
Wow, this This offense is
Oh,
definitely
look at
different.
that. Oh my goodness. What a move by FSU.
Oh
What a
wow.
run. Yeah,
Oh
Eddie, you
man.
you you got it, dude. The field gets wet. Yeah, okay. Um that definitely did not look like it was difficult to cut at all. Goodness gracious.
Yep. Man. Wow.
What a run
That
there.
was a great run, yeah. Missed one, just missed filling the gap, and that running back's gonna take it to the house.
I mean, what a move though, right? Man, I
Yeah,
wish we could replay and zoom in and do the little telecast. Man,
yeah, I swear.
that was man, incredible shiftiness right there out of that FSU backfield, man. All right,
Yeah,
so Austin gets the ball back with an opportunity to answer.
yep. He's got an answer. We can't. I mean, if Austin's sake, you can't give up too many of those one-play touchdowns against a guy like this because it just deflates you. You make you go down, get a touchdown, and then he just answers right back, and you always feel like you're behind. So he's got to really get some points on this drive, and then try to figure out something defensively, get him off the field.
Absolutely, and that first play goes for a loss of 3. So he goes toss left side for a nice pickup, make it third and manageable with a
Mm.
3rd and 2. You have almost the whole playbook just wide open right here.
Yep. Yep. I think if you're Florida State, I think I'm kind of seeing maybe Sticks' game plan is just limit that explosiveness, make Austin drive 10, 12, 14 plays, and eventually, you're hoping for him to make a mistake.
Oh, there it is. There
Yep.
it is. You know, and I was just about to ask if you're surprised at all that Sticks is coming out in a lot of man coverages, knowing the speed difference there that Miami has over FSU. And it shows there. You know, you had a nice little zig route on the outside that burns him. You know, for what is that, a 70-yard touchdown?
Yep. Yep. That's about a 60-something, 70-yard touchdown. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if Sticks maybe plays a little bit more zone. Like I was just talking about, kind of limit the big plays and just make him drive meticulously down the field.
I think you have to. You know, whenever you're at this much of a speed disadvantage, you kind of just have to drop back and try to minimize the hurting, right? Living in man, and I know that man's very sticky this year, but living in man against a team like this, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Man's one of those things. It's either it's make or break. Either it's going to be a great defensive play or it's going to be a big offensive play. So
Exactly, especially with man beaters like he had running all over the field there with a couple drags and then the zig on the outside. Uh, that's going to be hard to stop whenever you have that disadvantage.
man, this go-go offense is something to see with these formations.
Dude, it is a work of art for sure. Sticks barely gets this snap off with 1 second left on the play clock, and look at this man wide open on the corner route.
Mm.
Huge pickup down on the 50-yard line. Austin has got to make adjustments to stop some of the bleeding that Sticks is inflicting here with these chunk plays.
Let's see what Austin comes out with.
Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm and conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through
Yeah, that's a good play. Yeah.
slate.
Sticks seems to love those RPOs with the running back out of the
In the
back.
flat, right? Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Kind of like a core play of his in different variations.
Well, I mean, look at all of these pistol plays that he's kind of cycling through, and you have motion on almost every single one of them from one side of the formation to the other, or out the backfield into the flat. You know, and that's part of the confusion with the go-go offense is that it gets your eyes looking one way
Yep.
and then you hit them somewhere else.
Yeah, and so many of the plays look the setup is the
Oh, what a
same.
breakup!
Ooh,
Great play there by Miami's defense.
big third down right here. This is a chance for Austin to get him off the field.
What are you running here if you see 3rd and 8 against sticks, on the 48-yard line? You have to minimize it a little bit.
I think I'm going, like I said, taking away the short stuff, make him push it down the field, and because I think if you give him 4 or 5 yards on this play, I think that's what he's looking for, and he's gonna still go for it on 4th down.
I'll tell you what I wasn't expecting was that.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't expect the run, but that gave him the yardage. I think he thought this was 4 down territory anyway, so that gave him that. Yep. So
Kevin Sperry has wheels. He has wheels, and he does not get it. Bobby, he got the sack.
Oh my God!
Goodness gracious,
Huge.
that could be a
That's
turning
huge.
point.
That's huge. Austin has to capitalize if he wants to really put some pressure on him.
And Austin goes to that split gadget backfield. You better believe that Malachi Tony is going to be back there, and he is going to take this handoff.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. Slides through the ground, picks up the 1st down.
Oh, that's shocking. Okay. And Darian Mensah takes it.
Okay. Solid play. Good. Man, dude, there's so many options.
Yeah, I mean, this dude has an absolutely goated squad. Anything short of playoffs is a disappointment for this Miami team for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think if I'm Sticks, I'm gonna start probably keeping a spy and containing the ends, because that's the 2nd or 3rd time he's taken off for 10+ yards.
Yeah, and knowing the way that that Austin likes to play, he is definitely not afraid. Oh, he had the seam. Oh my goodness, he had the seam.
Oh, yep.
Sticks took the linebacker out of the equation there, and Austin had the seam. He had one corner split between the outside receiver and the slot. That was touchdown one way or the other. But Austin loves to run with his quarterback. He is not afraid to scramble. He is not afraid to step up, and he tried to do it again there. And big disengage from the defensive line.
Oh, if he would have waited, he had the slant. Yeah, see, I think that's what Sticks needs to do, is really force him to pass the ball. I think, like you said, Austin feels a lot more comfortable if he has the option to run or pass. Taking that away, I think, is going to be a huge key for the rest of this game.
I feel like Eddie could definitely enlighten us on how to stop running quarterbacks from one of those YouTube videos that he watched. I feel like he could definitely give us a little bit of information there. All right, so Austin does not capitalize on the big turnover on downs. He has to punt it away, and then Sticks comes right out just swinging haymakers, man.
Yep. There's been a lot of seam routes open against cover 3 in this game so far.
Absolutely. There's a lot of cover 3 being run on both sides. I feel like we're just kind of living in cover 3 and man right now.
I think this is an adjustment maybe one of them will make is come out in that cover 3. I think in my playbook is cover 3 lock, where the nickel corner's manned up. Mm-hmm. That way they think the seam's gonna be open. Yep.
Yeah, either that or I think there's a cover 6 lock also, which could take away a potential RPO flat or RPO bubble on the other side there. Those are both great routes. And look at this. Sticks is just kind of picking up yards in bunches, man.
Yeah, you can tell he's really comfortable with this playbook now.
Yeah, he's keyed in for sure. He's going through progressions really well. There's not really much that he's missing out there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about
we got a 3rd and inches here. You have to get a big stop if you're Austin.
I think if you're Sticks right here, this might be a chance to take a shot. 3rd and inches, might not expect it.
Do you really take that chance, though? I mean, 3rd and inches, I don't know. I kind of like the, oh, my goodness, and he gets stuffed.
Oh, what a play by the safety. I thought he was going quarterback sneak on that.
I thought so too at first. Whenever he went to
Wow,
runs
what a
and then
great play.
yeah, man, that's
4th and
outstanding stuff.
I would not be shocked if he goes back to that RPO.
Yeah, you kind of looking at anything in the flats really, and right up the middle with runs.
Yep. And then on the flip side, knowing
Yep.
Sticks has been going RPO, I'm probably sending man blitz.
Yeah, and that's exactly where he goes with it.
Oh yeah, wide open. Ah man, that's
Yep. Seeing that condensed defensive front there.
Yep. Yep.
You know, that's devastating. If I'm Miami, I'm beating myself up over that one.
Yeah, I think yeah, he's gonna wish he had that one back. That was a bad play call on defense. I'm kind of surprised Austin didn't expect that. I think that's probably 6 times Sticks has run that same exact, basically same look RPO look.
Yeah, I mean he's living in the go-go offense for sure. That's kind of his base offense. That's what he likes to run out of, and it all just kind of gives you the same look with so much diversity out of it.
Yeah, that seems to be really effective. 'Cause, I mean, if you're in any kind of certain zones, that RPO is going to be wide open, and it kind of forces you kind of to want to go man. And then if it's not a run, now you're going to be susceptible to some big plays. So it's a tough task to handle.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2
I think Austin's getting a little anxious with that running now with the quarterback.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to lean on it a little bit too much here.
Yeah, because I didn't feel like that pocket was breaking down as quickly as he wanted to run up.
Bone said we were slightly delayed. This was like 15 minutes ago, so I missed that one. But good run there by Austin. Said we're slightly delayed. If we could fast forward the YouTube live stream, we may both do it at the same time. But I'm hitting the live button, and it seems like I'm about as far forward as I can go. Oh, he had the outside receiver too.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever.
See, I just hit mine and see what happens.
Call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down. First and 10 again.
The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this.
Let's see where I'm at. I'm first and 10, 16 seconds left.
I'm second and 12 at 11.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, yeah.
Takes off with Mensa again. I think that's his final timeout there. 6 seconds left, so you either go for a quick out here, try and kick a long field goal. I don't think you're kicking a field goal there, but you have to have something fast to the sidelines, or just chunk it up to the end zone. And
I'm thinking like yeah. Solid half, one bad play call out of Austin. This difference in the game right now.
Yeah, man. This game so far is looking a lot different than last season's game against these two guys. If you remember right, last season, I don't know what their halftime score was, but their final score was 21-42. So already looking up here for Austin. Hopefully it can remain a very tightly contested, entertaining game between these two guys. So Miami will get the ball first at half. We have yet to see Malachi Tony in the backfield, right?
Yeah, I think that's a must in the second half, getting him some touches.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here.
Short little run there. Gain of 2 leaves you with 2nd and 8. You're going to come out in 3 wide. Knowing what's been happening here in this game, I'm either looking at man or 3. And it doesn't matter because he's going to run the ball right down your throat.
Oh, wow. He could have just cut to the right just a little bit on that second block.
Yeah, man.
got stuck a little bit. That was a good play though. A lot of man, a lot of cover 3 at Sticks on defense.
Ooh, that was a bad read. I think you're throwing in a triple coverage there.
Take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Man, I feel like my house just got extremely quiet. It's very, very weird. All right, so Miami comes out, 2nd and 10. And nothing. He has nothing. He did have a guy coming open across the middle if he could have held it for just a second longer.
I think he needs to be a little more patient in that pocket.
Yeah, he's feeling that pressure.
Yeah, he's like that quick rollouts is giving the defensive end an easy.
Yep. And that's why he's doing it right there. Every single time he's stepping up, the O-line's just giving up, and that D-line's hitting him.
Obviously, he can't see what we're seeing, but those last couple of defenses, Sticks is really taking everything in the 5 to 10 yard range away. He's gonna have to start pushing the ball down the field.
Yeah, it's a lot different than what we were seeing in that first half, right?
Yeah.
We were seeing a lot of play it deep a little bit, dare you to throw underneath, and now all of a sudden the second half comes out and you're shrinking that field exponentially.
Yeah, and that's what Sticks is so good at. He's such a situational player. He has his game plan, but he can always adjust. And this is going to be a huge drive for Austin because this is where you can potentially get down 2 scores, and that's not a good spot to be in against this guy.
Definitely not. And you come out and you allow that big first down conversion already early in this one. And I don't know if it's happening to you, but my screen keeps freezing up a lot here.
Yeah, mine too.
But keying in on something you said just now about Sticks. Eddie's in the chat, and he can definitely attest to this. Sticks is one of the best adjustment players that I think I've ever seen. He just has that ability to come out in the second half and make all of the adjustments he needs to make. That completely takes away what you were doing successfully in the first half.
Yeah, 100%. And I think he's just playing him the couple times I've played him. He's one of the best, if not the best guy I've played against that as far as thinking 2-3 plays ahead. Because I consider myself pretty good at getting an understanding of what you're doing. And I've had times where I'm like, okay, I know next play he's going to do this. And he's already ahead of me. He already knew that I knew he was going to do that. So then he switched it. And you know what I'm saying? He's very good at play calling. It's very tough.
Absolutely. I think it was Bone that said it best. Something along the lines of, and Bone, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said something along the lines of, if you make an adjustment on Sticks 1 play at a time, you're 3 plays behind.
Yep.
But Austin does a great job there defensively, holding Sticks to 4th and 18, forcing a punt. So he has to capitalize on this. Unlike in the first half, he has to get something going here and go down and get 7, man.
Yeah, he's really got to capitalize. This is the second time.
Yeah.
Second time he's got him off the field. He really got a nice return. Austin's just a big driver here.
I'll tell you what, man. Number 32 right there for Miami. Looks like he ate his fair share of cornbread in this day. that boy is thick.
That's a man. Yeah, look at all the guys. Look how close these are. Everybody's up. He's not gonna give you that.
It looks like Austin might be seeing ghosts out there right now. He just needs to kind of settle down. He had a couple guys open right there, right at the start of that play. And I think he's just a little bit rattled right now.
Yep. Get back to the run. Something my favorite quarterback, Tom Brady, always said is never throw an interception on first down. You always got second, third, fourth down. So just try not to, force it. Yeah, throw it away. I know it's tough sometimes. Try to make a play. But yeah, Sticks is taking away everything short. I think he's gonna have to start hitting them up top. Use some of that speed. Hey, maybe throw a guy on a go route, one of your fastest guys, and chuck it up, see what happens. But I don't think he's going for the short crossing routes anymore, and he's on to the quarterback run. So you have to do something a little different.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And not only to throw that interception on first down, but on the very first play of your drive after getting a massive stop, knowing how difficult it is to get a stop against a guy like Sticks, uh, to do that twice already in this game, you get those stops, and then you come out and you don't really do anything with it. Man, that's deflating. That's
Mm,
very deflating.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like
Oh,
Sticks.
and he overruns. My goodness, he overran that
Ooh,
the flat.
yeah. Uh, well, I never want to say it's make or break yet, but this next drive is probably going to be the ball game.
Yeah, and look, you have to try and do it decisively and quickly, right? Because if you take this full 2 minutes off the clock, then Sticks has every bit of the ability to bleed the whole fourth quarter off.
Oh
So
yeah.
you have to try and get yards in bunches here. And Sticks knows that coming out in cover four. He's going to try and take away that deep shot from you. And man, his D line is just getting excellent
Mm,
push in this game.
yeah. That play would have been nice. I mean, obviously it's easy for me to say, but it would have been a little nice to press the hole a little bit earlier because I feel like there's a little bit of a cutback lane. But um, this is where Austin's gonna have to realize that he's kind of more in a prevent, I would say, situation. Not what I'm saying. He's just willing to give up the short stuff. So now you can kind of go back to that first half game plan, run the ball, hit your short stuff. Because really Sticks is like you said, Sticks probably just wants him to take 10 or 12 plays, run 3 or 4 minutes off the clock. There it is, right there. I don't know
Yep,
what he's looking
he
at.
had it. He had
Yep.
it. He had
He got,
the
yeah, he got gun shy. Yep.
yeah.
Hey, I've been there too, man. It's a lot different when you're actually playing the game against this guy. After you throw that interception, now you're like a little hesitant to throw it, and then you just wait too long, and yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I like doing this, because my adrenaline is not pumping right now. My
Mm,
heart is not beating out of my chest while I'm
yeah.
playing this game. I can sit back and admire the beauty and say, you should have done this, you know.
Yep.
And we get a turnover on downs there.
He he
I
had
don't
the tight end on the little quick stop route wide open, but he's kind of waiting now. He's not ready to pull the trigger quick. So.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that it was already fourth down on that last play. Um, what a run there by Sticks. And this is pretty much just icing on the cake for him on this drive. And
Yep.
and you kind of hate to see it from Austin's standpoint, because he played such a great first half. Um, and then it kind of fell apart for him in the second there. I mean, look at this. Bodies on bodies, hats on hats. That's just textbook blocking. Hell of a run by Florida State.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's the ball game. But Austin can fight back and finish this game up strong. And I think this is kind of where you don't give up, but hey, throw something out there that you haven't done yet. Just kind of see that way. If you play this guy again, you can kind of have a better idea of what to do when he's running this kind of defense. Because obviously, Sticks made an adjustment like we thought he would for the second half, and it's really gave Austin some trouble. So um, I say come out here and run something a little different.
Yeah, for sure. And again, we haven't seen much of Malachi Tony in this game. I mean, one of the best receivers on the game, not only on Miami's offense. So you have to wonder what's going on with that. I do believe he's still there, right? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, he has to be. Oh, there he goes. All right. Now we get some Tony. Face mask there. That's going to give him an extra 15 on the end of that. Um, yeah, Austin just needs to he needs to settle down. There's no point in giving up here. You still have a full fourth quarter. I've seen some crazy things happen in this game. It's never too far gone. You can be down, 45, 50 and still come back, but you can't do it by taking 13-yard sacks.
Ah, that I feel like he's as soon as he says HUD, he's almost looking to run out of the pocket, and he's taking his eyes off down the field.
Yep, absolutely. That Florida State defensive line is definitely in his head right now, and his pocket clock is just
Yeah. And here's the time where you don't want to get just where you're in five wide dropping back, because all he has to do is contain the ends, pass commit, and it's going to be an uphill battle. I think you still have to stay a little bit balanced, maybe mix in some draw plays, just to keep him honest, and because if all he has to do is rush 3 or 4 guys and just play pass the whole time, yeah, you're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what it seems like Sticks is happy to do, is just sit in this dime 3-2 look, bringing 3 guys and dropping everybody else in the coverage. And like you said, he's putting those ends on contain. And
Yep.
I mean, look at his defense here. I mean,
Or,
everybody's within
uh,
10 yards.
yeah,
It's just that's daunting. That is
yeah.
very, very
That's
daunting whenever you step up to the line and you see the whole defense right there just pretty much
you know
mugging you, man.
that's where you got to take a shot, just to back him up some, because he's basically saying like, "Hey, I don't think you're going to throw it down the field."
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
And so far, Austin hasn't made the
He is
adjustment. He
not.
hasn't. Nope. I mean, this is a perfect time. Take a shot, man. Block up the running back and let's get it down the field.
All right, so he gets a good little drag route here
Ah,
going.
there we go. Yep.
But man, I fully agree with you here. You've at some point you have to send verts.
Yep.
Knowing how much cover 3 was run in the first half, and look, hats off the Sticks. He hasn't run it much in the second half. It's mostly been, man, and he's running 2 here. Um, but knowing how much cover 3 was run in the first half, I mean, man, you just kind of gotta come out in verts at some point, trying
Yeah.
to find something to break. And there's a run with Tony, and that just gets stuffed. That defensive line for FSU is a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, you playing Sticks, dude. Get him early. Get him year 1, year 2, because this guy's got to build this team, and
Oh
he's
my goodness.
yeah.
I don't even want to know what his overall is right now.
Man.
I'm sure that it's got to be pushing 92, 93. I think he took over the team at low end 80s, maybe high 70s. And he made it a game away from the national
Yeah,
championship. It's like, dude,
yeah. He's ridiculous. Yeah, and
it's
and it's but I will say that first half, the way Austin played, and the league in a whole is really getting more competitive. A lot of users have gotten better. Obviously, and in my opinion, you got the commissioners at the top, and it trickles down from there. But I think the gap has closed some. I think the middle of the field has really gotten more competitive. So yeah, it's gonna be a good year. Like I said, I think this game slipped away from Austin, but let's see how he finishes up.
absolutely, and I'll be the first to tell anybody that I feel like if you're gonna break the league down into tiers, I think that there's 3 tiers there. You have that, well, really 4, because I guess you could say Sticks is in a tier all by himself. I'd love you, Bone, but I'd even put him above Bone there. Um, but I feel like you have that upper tier, right, and then the middle tier and the lower tier, and we're not gonna get into who belongs where, except for in this game in itself. And I feel like Austin's one of those guys that's right at the bottom of that upper tier.
Hmm.
Um, and he's always been one of those guys that he's really, really good. Uh, but whenever you're playing guys like Sticks, it's just it's hard to separate, right? Like no matter how good you are, whenever you're playing a guy like this, your Ohio States, your Sticks, your Bones, your Brandons, those guys are just on a completely different level, and I know that he's gonna beat himself up over this loss, and he's not happy with it at all. He's but man, I am a massive Austin fan. I think that he is definitely one of the top 10 guys, probably even top 6 or 7 in this league. Um, it's just sticks is sticks, man.
Yeah, sticks is sticks. But I think this game is should be encouraging though for Austin because if we really break this game down, I mean, it just came down to just okay, you didn't capitalize on the 2 times you stopped him. I mean, that's something we can improve on. You made a bad defensive call, which left the RPO wide open for a touchdown. We can improve on that. I mean, this game, 1 or 2 more plays go Austin's way, the correct way, take away the interception maybe or something like that. We could be looking at a 1-score game.
Yeah,
Um,
not I think you hit it right on the head there. It's for me, it's the momentum swing, right? With
mm,
the two stops that you get, and you don't capitalize on either one of them. It's very demoralizing,
yep,
knowing that, hey man, I got this stop. He's a great player on both ends of the ball. I got to go do something with it, and you have a decent drive going, and then you have to punt it away, and then you give it away on the very first play. On the next time you get a stop,
yep,
it's just it's really demoralizing. It's very hard to come back from that type of sudden change. But man, I fully agree with you. This could be a 28-35 game with Miami going down trying to send this thing into overtime right now.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Just it's just a couple little adjustments to work on, get better. But playing great competition is going to make you better. And the thing about Sticks is he's so good about um, taking care of the ball, calling a good early on script, and getting ahead and making you one dimensional. When he gets up 2 scores in the second half, now you're feeling, I got to hurry up and score. Then you get a little pass happy. You kind of get away from the run. And, before you know it, you're just playing right into his hand, and the game becomes easy for him.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like you mentioned earlier, also with the adjustment that he made in the second half, knowing how much Austin likes to run with his quarterback, the whole second half. I mean, he was running contain. So
Yeah.
every single time that Austin would try to scramble, he'd try to step up. That defensive line was there. You
Yeah.
know,
And I think Austin will look back on this, and I think he's a good enough player. He'll make some adjustments. I don't mind the quarterback runs, but I think he needs to just be a little more patient and maybe keep his eyes downfield more, especially after he's broken off a couple of those early on runs, and the user's going to be like, okay, let me make some adjustments and really focus on that. I think then that'll be open up more opportunities for down the field plays. But just keeping his eyes, I think he kind of dropping his eyes and just looking to bail out of there too quickly.
absolutely. And that's kind of what you get whenever you get hit a couple times, right? You just want to
Yep.
get out that pocket as soon as you can, and you're feeling the pressure when it's not there. You're seeing ghosts in the field. Maybe you're not reading the defense as well as you probably could. Uh, Great win for Sticks.
Yep.
You know, and for Austin, you're 3-1. You just took care of the defending ACC champions in last week's game, and then you play probably the best ACC team that you're gonna face all year. I feel like we see a rematch here in the ACC championship between Austin and Sticks. I don't
Yeah.
think that this is the last time that we see them this season. Um, Austin's definitely gonna bounce back from this. He's definitely gonna turn this loss into probably a 4, 5, 6 game win streak. And he's gonna hit the playoffs running. There's no doubt in
Yeah.
my mind that he's still a playoff team.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's this will be good for him. Sometimes you gotta suffer those losses. I mean, shoot, even Sticks had some like a loss or so last year that really, after that he got a season going. So sometimes it's just a learning experience. See what your weaknesses are, and then get it back on track the next week and get ready to roll down the season and make a championship push.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Bobby, it was fun, man. I appreciate you doing this thing with me.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
I have to see if I can get my adrenaline and heart pumping against this Tennessee team over here.
Yeah, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.